Welcome to Trail Profit, where we talk things small and mid-sized business while out on the trail. Sorry for the bumpy road today, but we're just trying this out and see how it works. Today we're going to be talking about business lines of credit, and specifically why a business would use a business line of credit, what's the purpose of one, and some of the pitfalls that you can run into when you're dealing with a business line of credit. I think first and foremost, why use a business line of credit? Well, because a business can run into some cash flow needs from time to time, specifically if they're looking to buy inventory, they're maybe expanding, just different things of that nature. So one of the things that I wanted to talk about here today was just things you wouldn't want to use your line of credit for, specifically large equipment purchases, right? The reason you don't want to use it for large equipment purchases is because typically on a line of credit you're not going to find good terms. It's going to be a little bit higher interest than your typical term loan, term debt. That's one of the main reasons you don't want to use it. The second reason is you don't want to use that line of credit on a bunch of equipment purchases and then no longer have access to that capital that you might need for the future. So that could be a real drawback. And then lastly, I'd say is banks don't like it, right? Banks don't like it when you use your line of credit and let's just say for a truck purchase, and now you don't have access to the operating line, or that line of credit was used for that equipment purchase, and now you're going to have a hard time paying it back because that's a long-term purchase and not a short-term purchase. So those are kind of some of the drawbacks to using a line of credit and where you want to be cautious in using it. So where would you use your line of credit, your business line of credit? Well, primarily the major area you want to use it for is for short-term cash needs of a business. For example, you have inventory you have to purchase. Maybe you have some receivables that have gone a little bit longer than you were anticipating and you were hoping for, and thus you need that access to capital. Additionally, it may be that you're looking to expand your business, you expand your operations, maybe move into a new market, and maybe there's a little capital that's needed in order to do that. I would also caution you there as well. Maybe you don't use a line of credit on something like that. Maybe you use your own cash reserves to do that, only if that investment is not going to be a quick turnaround, a quick payback, because again, you don't want to tie up funds that your business could access and use in the form of that line of credit. Not too long ago, a customer came to me and said, hey, longtime customer, needed a line of credit. They thought around $150,000. And so we got some financials for them and we analyzed them, and it came about that they actually didn't need that big of a line of credit. What had happened is their receivable days went from 35 days the year before all the way up to 50 days. So in essence, they had become the bank for their clients. Their clients were using their money, and so they were having a hard time making ends meet because the receivables were out so many days. So after talking to the gentleman for a little bit, I was like, look, you don't need this line of credit in reality. I don't mind giving it to you, but I probably wouldn't give you as much just because you don't need it. What you need to do is you just need to collect on your receivables. If you took that 50 and you even took it down to 30, you just wouldn't need us. You just need to collect your receivables. And he did that. It took him a couple months, but he was able to get all collected up, and yeah, is doing great, doing really well. And now that line of credit, he's able to use, when available, some inventory that he gets discounts if he buys a little bit extra. And so So that's actually saving them some money in the long run too. So that's just a little bit about business lines of credit and how you would use them and what they're used for and some of the pitfalls that could happen. If you have any questions about business lines of credit, please leave them in the comments. We'd love to hear them. But other than that, this was kind of just a test episode, and if it goes well, we'll continue to make more episodes of the Profit Trail, where we try to help small business navigate the world of small business and small business lending. All right, thanks for watching.